Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. In today's session, we're going to go over the fundamentals of the week, and then after catching on the major fundamentals of the week and the pairs that it's going to affect, we are also going to be looking at the technicals, see how the markets has opened and what potential trading opportunities we have to catch in this New York session and for the rest of the week. So if that sounds interesting, please do stick with us until the end. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so that you'll be notified whenever we release content like this, and share with a few friends that you believe will find value in it. So we're going to start off with the fundamentals. Obviously, as we can see here, it's Sunday. We had forms US, didn't really impact it. As you can see, it's a speech. As you know, I don't really do speeches. Today is Monday. Canada has a bank holiday, so I don't really expect any volatility directly from the card. We got Euro, a couple of speeches here. I don't really do speeches. As you can see, for the rest of the day, it's all speeches, and they're all 2 stars. As you know, I don't really consider speeches those much of an impact news. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we have more speeches on the Euro all the way down here, right? And then we got Pound, Composite PMI, Service PMI. Those are strong fundamentals. So tomorrow, we'll be having fundamentals which are strong on the Pound. So we really need to be careful when trading the Pound tomorrow. This will be in the London session. Pulling up, we got more speeches on the Euro and the Pound. Not really that strong fundamentals. Building permits for the US, kind of a strong fundamental here. Building permits, but it's not a long-term event. So if it hits the market, and let's say it has a positive impact, if it goes with the trend, it will obviously keep on pushing the trend. But if the fundamental comes off and it's, let's say, maybe negative and the technicals are positive, it will impact the news for a couple of minutes. The market will go in the direction in which the fundamental was impacted, and then it will come back to continue the trend. So it's not really a long-term trend fundamental, unlike the interest rates and the NFP and stuff like that. So yeah, we got building permits. We got service PMI too, also a 3-star, and new home sales. Okay, here we have some fundamentals. So tomorrow we'll be having Pound and US dollar fundamentals, which are probably high impact. And in the Asian session, when the Asian session starts, we'll have interest rate for the New Zealand dollar. This is the strongest fundamental of the week, the interest rate on the New Zealand dollar. It's crazy. It moves the market over 50 pips. Interest rate on the New Zealand dollar. So if you're going to go to bed on Tuesday after New York, if you have New Zealand dollar in your watch list, or if you have a pair running, you need to be at break even. You don't want to wake up and find dust. On Wednesday, when you wake up, we'll be having Pound CPI on the Pound in the London session. Strong fundamental. And then we have card manufacturing sales in the New York session. Not that strong of a fundamental. This is a speech. And then we got crude oil inventories. If you're trading WTI, this is a strong fundamental for you. For the rest of us, it really doesn't hit that much. So on Wednesday, we're going to be having Pound CPI as the strongest event of the day. Thursday, more speeches, cool. We have initial jobless claim for the US, a strong fundamental. Pending home sales for the US, a strong fundamental. All of these are during the New York session, all the way until JPY CPI out here, right, for the JPY. And then by the end of the day, we'll be having Aussie retail sales for the Australian dollar. Also another strong fundamental. We got core retail sales on Friday for the Pound, and then core durable orders for the US, nothing more than that. I think that's going to be impacting the market. So on Friday, we're just going to have core retail sales for the pound and core durable good orders for the US, which is not that, it's a strong fundamental, but not that strong of a fundamental. So we got on Thursday, we need to be careful while trading Aussie during the New York, after New York, the Asian, right? Initial jobless claim for the US, obviously it's going to be kind of funky on Thursday for the US. On Wednesday, we need to be careful with pound, right? We need to be careful with pound. On Tuesday, we need to be careful with the New Zealand dollar interest rate, which will be the strongest fundamental of the week. We need to be careful with the US. We need to be careful with the pound, right? So those are the three fundamentals which are highly volatile this week. So I guess the only fundamental of the week that doesn't have a lot of fundamentals is the Canadian dollar. Most of these fundamentals are very weak, so we can obviously maneuver through it without having any efforts. So let's get back to the technical side, our favorite part. The markets have opened today. The US dollar opened. Since prices opened, prices started ranging. Obviously, I'm anticipating to see prices push higher on the US dollar this week. But so far, we can see prices are ranging here. So I haven't gotten any trade yet, obviously, because prices are still ranging. I don't trade in a range. I want to see markets trending, then I take a trade. Trading in a range is very risky, so I don't really do that, and I don't recommend any of you guys to do that. I didn't get any trade on the US today as prices are still ranging here. I'll be waiting for a breakout. After a breakout, that's when I'll actually get a good direction on where prices are heading and where to take a potential trade. So should prices break below here, that means it will have gone with this structure, and then it's most likely going to keep on pushing lower all the way until its first targets somewhere down here, and its final targets somewhere down here. So if prices break below that structure, we have a possibility of seeing prices push very, very far going down here on the US. But should prices break above here, which is what I'm anticipating, we have a long way to go, all the way until somewhere up here on 104.73 as the first targets and 105.66 as the final targets. So still very curious to see how prices will be playing out. I believe prices will actually break out before the New York ends. So we'll be having a good definition on how or which trades we're going to be taking tomorrow on the US dollar, right? JPYX prices have trended a lot today. But look at that, crazy volatility. With JPYX, it's not a surprise. So prices today just dropped. London opened, started going crazy down, right? And right now you can see prices gave us, within this 30 minutes, prices just gave us a crazy week, strong bullish crazy week up here. So obviously I understand it's the JPY. The JPY with volatility are always insane. So if we look at it from a higher perspective, obviously we are bearish biased on JPYX, but we actually need to see, proper structure being formed before we actually take a sell trade. So obviously structures being broken, lower lows being created. As you can see here, this was the most recent low. Prices pushed lower than that, and prices looks like they came back down here. But the way they came back, because prices, once they broke here, I was waiting for a retest before I look for continuation trades. I wouldn't really consider this a retest unless prices come back up here and then close up here and then form some kind of a doji and then initiate a bearish move. But if this is what is going to be considered the retest, I'm not really going to be looking for entries here. I'll be then waiting for prices to actually break below here, and then I'll be looking for my trades here. No rush. I never rush. I never look for any trades. I never force any trades because I understand there are multiple trading opportunities in the market. So recent, haven't got any trade today, Monday, but it's well worth it because I stuck to my plan and just waiting for the pairs to play out. So for today, I'm just going to be breaking down DXY and JPYX. Obviously, if you've been a part of this family for a while, you understand since I've broken DXY and JPYX, you know how pairs will play out on Euro USD, GBP USD, gold, Euro JPY, CAD JPY, and USD JPY. by just breaking this two. If you still haven't, I'm going to link a video up here showing you how you can actually know about pair correlations, and how by just breaking down these two, you'll know how the other pairs are playing out. With that being said, guys, appreciate you giving me your time until now. Till next time, take it easy out there. I'll see you on the winning side. Cheers.